Hello everyone, Railgan here again, today with a CVP game that I played against the Grandmaster Papa Zerg. No clue what how you pronounce his name. And this game is absolutely disgusting. Like, I fall behind so far, and you're going to see one of the most amazing comebacks I've ever had. Like, we're going to use the corrosive bile fungal combination. I'm getting Cannonrush in this game. This guy is being very persistent with his cannons. Gonna slowly bust myself out of this position here. I didn't quite know how committed this is. Throwing down the very quick Roach Warren into the 3 roaches, mining a lot of gas right now so I can morph Ravagers ASAP. Fine Crawler creep spread so I can push him down the ramp. But yeah, I wanted to make a proxy hatch happen that would have delayed his expansion a long time and put me in a good position. But instead I'm just gonna slowly punch my way out of his space like this. And the mistake that I make here is that I mine gas for too long. Like, I should just put all of these drones on minerals immediately, because all this gas that I'm mining right now is not gonna help me at all. Like, yeah, units lost wise, he loses a lot of resources, but he's also going to mine quite a bit more. And I really need the hatcheries to produce queens and to produce drones. I'm going for a lair immediately. My opponent already has out a Void Ray, so I'm getting Cannon Rushed into Void Ray Chrono Rushed. And I cannot actually produce queens right now because I'm getting the lair tech, because I was like, well, I need some kind of... I need a very fast Hydra then or something. Putting a Spore Crawler in my main base. Spore Crawler in my natural, trying to get it up if possible. Don't die, Spore Crawler, very good. Pushing the Void Ray back. I'm trying to get out as many queens as I can right now. Start the queen in the main, Railgan, you need it. And yeah, it's not looking too hot. I'm down 10 workers. My opponent is taking a 3rd base. I don't have link speed, I believe. And actually I do have link speed, but I don't really have the larva to build links because of my very late natural. And not a very happy place. My opponent has as many Void Rays as I have queens. Actually he has more Void Rays than I have queens. So yeah. Trying to push in here with my Spore Crawlers. That Void Ray barely gets away. Very unfortunate. Almost lost a queen there. Pushing it back, pulling it back to the Spore Crawler, but to no avail. The queen dies anyways. Throwing down the Hydralisk, then Emergency. I thought I was gonna lose this game. Well, looking at it, I'm down 18 workers. All my drone larva goes into drones right now that I can. But I can't really produce too many more workers like to begin with. I'm trying to zone him out with biles somehow. And now I think he's just gonna go into my main and snipe that one instead. It's very hard for me to defend these spaces here as well. Ah, yikes. His Void Rays are so low HP, but I'm just not able to snipe them off. Units lost. He still lost more resources, but I can't produce more workers. Like, I just can't. Like, I use so much of my money on queens and Spore Crawlers to try and stay alive that I just can't produce drones. And he's just casually taking his 4th base. He has the double robo, the robotic space where he can make his Colossi now, or Disruptors. Looking pretty dark, right? I have 6 queens versus 9 Void Rays. He could probably almost A-move me with his Void Rays alone. And I mean, this is a Grandmaster Protoss, so he's trying his best to win this game. I'm trying to spread some creep so I don't get pushed too far back. Now he's also adding the Disruptor, so now I also have to dodge Disruptor shots. He sadly for himself mismicros those, and I'm able to pick them off. The one thing I have going for myself is that I have very good upgrades. My +2 carapace already finishing. So while I don't have a lot of units, my units are very well upgraded, which is going to help me a little bit in the later stages of this game. However, first I have to get there. I'm down 40 supply right now. It's looking as bad as it can. This guy is also building a lot of structures defensively. He does not want to take any risk, right? He is not going to lose this game no matter what. So right here, very interesting fight going to happen. Colossi are very good against Hydras, but because I have 3 Ravagers, all his Colossi are shooting at my Ravagers, and they're not actually doing too much damage to them. He also lost his Disruptors in a previous fight. I know my Queens are not all fighting, which is very bad by me, but I was able to pick off a lot of his Colossi right there because of my Ravagers tanking. Ravagers aren't light armored, and Colossi deal bonus damage to light units. Which is how, like, if I didn't have those 3 Ravagers, I would be dead right now. I don't think I could have survived that. Again, thought maybe he makes the same mistake again, but nope. I'm somehow very close to actually maxing out in this game, morphing more Ravagers, and now you're seeing it. The Queen Ravager Infestor composite. Bringing back a classic. Roaches here, scout the move out. That means I'm gonna position my army. Getting ready for the Protoss attack. Here it comes. My roaches are going for a counter over here. We're going to take down that base. My Protoss opponent at the same time getting on creep. And I'm going in for the kill. So right now I'm actually maxed out. Somehow he gave me enough time, and you can see it. Fungal Bile. Oh my god, isn't it beautiful? Like, so like, look at the units lost. Okay. I can't believe it. Like, all he has to do is not clump up all of his units. Just watch the units lost now. Like, this is what? This guy has 5 Colossi, 4, 8, 12, 16 Void Rays against 5 Queens and 7 Hydras. Like, the Void Rays alone would probably be enough to kill me if I didn't have Microbial Shroud. But like, for some reason, he stacks up every single Void Ray, including the Colossi, lets them get fungal, and then loses them all to Bile. It blew my mind when I saw this. And at the same time, he also lost the base up here to my Roach run by, right? Like, while that was happening. So I wasn't even fighting with my whole army, and there's no way that should have happened. Like, it's like clumping up all your Mutalisks and then a 4 shoots at them and all the Mutalisks die. You know, that is like the equivalent of what just happened. Anyways, I'm trying to pressure him here, but he of course had a nice bank, so he's able to remax. So this game is far from over. Like, yes, I'm in a good position, but he is making a carrier switch happen right now, and carrier disruptor is a very dangerous composition. I'm trying my hardest to keep him from expanding, as it's so hard to push into these spaces though. Also making the double Spire switch at home right now, because I realize that he's going very carrier heavy. Getting on top of his Immortals here, cleaning them all up, leaving nothing but his ground army, his sky army alive. I'm at 93 workers, pumping workers like a crazy person right now. In that base, going in over here for a kill. He only has 1 shield battery there that I'm biling, so I'm able to kill off that base. He's pushing me at the bottom right as well. I have my Queens here. Microbial Shroud is a good friend of mine. I already have the +3 Carapace upgrade, so my units survive quite well against his carriers. There's also an attack over here where he's once again losing all of his workers, so my counter attack is able to put him back down to 3 bases. 1, 2, 3. Out of which they're almost all mined out. I'm also able to catch his carriers in the middle of the map with my Hydralisks roaming about. And this is not looking good. He's also sending his probes to mine down here for some reason, which confused me a lot. I was like, what are these probes doing? Like, does he have a base here? And then I'm like, no, wait, I have a creep tumor there. Then once again, we're going for another fight here. Trying to get my Corruptors on top, sniping his carriers. I know his income is very low, so if I can kill any unit that I can kill right now, it's going to hurt him a lot, because he will have such a hard time rebuilding them. He also can't muster a high Voyager count to deal with my carriers right now. Losing those Queens, very painful. Once again, going for a counter with my Lynx and Ultralisks though. cleaning up all of the bases that he's trying to take. He's also attacking these bases over here. It hurts a little bit to lose them, but I'm moving around with my drones, smartly dodging his carriers and void rays. Good, a lucky move by me. Once again pushing into me here, going in for the snipe on the void ray and then going in on the carriers. Every unit that I can kill is so costly for him. 4 crawlers are helping me keep the interceptor count low, as well as the Hydralisk, of course. Ultralisk for tanking a little bit, but not that much. And this doesn't have enough interceptors here to really stay alive, and I'm actually able to beat him back. But not quite over yet, as he once again goes for a recall, loses another carrier. But without any bases, all he can say is GG. Impressive, isn't it? Like, what can I say, guys? I was struggling quite a bit this game, dealing with him in the early game, but really he mismicroed that one fight. Let's have a quick rewatch of it. Mismicroed that one fight so badly that I'm actually able to get back into the game here. Like, this is an army that should have killed me. I didn't really have a strong army, but he manages. I don't even have spore crawlers. He just manages to take the worst fight anyhow possible. No carriers in this mix either. Like the fungal, I was even like, I also had to put down microbial shroud and like cast transfusion, so my biles were a little bit late. But once I saw, like, it also took me a second to register, oh, I can just bile him to death there. And I also had to be afraid of the disruptors and stuff, so a lot of things could have gone differently and would have led to my death, but I'm glad I was able to win this game. Once again, thank you all very much for watching today's game. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, always happy if you leave a like or follow. Wait, we're on YouTube. YouTube, you don't leave a follow. On YouTube, you subscribe.